clock.
All rise, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good afternoon, everyone. Any visitors' comments? With the three visitors in the room. The next meeting of this board is Tuesday, October 7th, 2014, and it's maybe at 4 o'clock or 4:30, we're not sure, but stand by on the correct time. The pension meeting will be the pension board will be meeting on at 4 o'clock on October 7th. The community yard sale is October 4th, 8 a.m. to 1. Rain date is October 5th, and that's in Central Park. New business, the Pico Sensory Trail Grant. We have an opportunity to apply, and the resolution gives us that authority.
Right. This is a one-time, although they keep doing the program, PICO's doing a 10th anniversary bonus round for projects from each of the counties around Philadelphia. And so we are putting in an application. We're putting one in because they're focusing on children and environment and children. So we are focused on putting in a $10,000 grant for one of the sensory trail activity pods. We think it marries up nicely. I happened to be at the PICO event at the high school last night talking to their community outreach person and mentioned our grant, and they said they look forward to reading our application.
Is there a motion in support of the Pico Green Region 10th Anniversary Grant application?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. All right. Next item is the zoning ordinance amendment, the wireless communications facilities ordinance, public hearing.
If I may, just to sort of set the background and the history of this matter, the board will recall the comings and goings that happened in Northampton Township several years ago about communications facilities that were not the traditional cell towers that we're used to. Thereafter, the township, at your direction, prepared two ordinances. One was the right-of-way ordinance, which you adopted at a prior meeting, and the second was necessary adjustments to the zoning ordinance. The reason why the zoning ordinance was not done the same time as the right-of-way ordinance is you have different advertising requirements for the right-of-way ordinance versus the zoning ordinance. So that ordinance has now been advertised. A copy was sent to your Planning Commission, who recommended adoption, and a copy was sent to the Bucks County Planning Commission well before the time limit. I don't know that we've gotten anything back from them, but they only have a right to comment. They're not required to comment. So it's now ready for a public hearing, and Judy is here to give you a brief summary of what the ordinance is about and answer any questions you may have.
Hi. Hello. Thank you. The ordinance in front of you contains a few sections. The first is some definitions that are needed to accompany the language that is in the ordinance. The next part then repeals the existing section 175.16 F4 is the use regulations for wireless communication facilities, and inserts the new ordinance in its place. That ordinance breaks the F4 use into two subcategories, tower-based and non-tower-based, and then the tower-based is further broken down into outside the right-of-way and inside the rights-of-way, and the non-tower is based into co-location and non-co-location or replacement. And the regulations are fairly straightforward. All of the pertinent ones about camouflaging and the way things look are the same as your existing ordinance. We've just added the additional language to accommodate all of the other options and enable the township to regulate those that are inside the right-of-way.
It is a public hearing, so you have to consider anybody comments from the public before you take any action.
Thank you. Any comments or questions, considerations from the public? On the board?
No, I make a motion we adopt the zoning ordinance amendment.
Is there a second?
There's a second.
Calling the question. Sorry. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Judy.
All right. I'm not going to restate the announcements. Any other business? We are adjourned. Thank you very much.
Mr. O'Malley got a good shirt on just to come out today, too.